Welcome back to The Great Expanse by John Bat 426 here on YouTube. It is always a pleasure to record these videos, to edit them, put my unique spin on them for your viewing pleasure, for your listening pleasure. If you like the videos that you've seen thus far, hit that like button, share these videos with other people that you know that like comic book related stuff as much as you do. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications. Which one? All. Not personalized or the one underneath, but all. So the next time a new video is dropped, you'll know about it second. I'll know about it first. One breath jam. I'm gonna try to stop looking at the monitor. I try to look at the eye of the camera. I think everybody does that records videos. They want to see what they look like while they're speaking. But you've clicked on the thumbnail. You know what this video is about. Peacemaker Season 2, starring John Cena, who reprises his role as Peacemaker. I don't remember what his real name is. Now, I watched the first season of Peacemaker. It was wild. It was really like, I don't want to say over the top. I don't really want to call it raunchy either, but it was definitely something that stood on its own from anything that you would see from the MCU on Disney Plus. You know, like a lot of profanity, a lot of just like, I don't want to say graphic either, but I guess you could say graphic. But this was a small pocket of the DCEU, previously under Zack Snyder. But it was all James Gunn's idea. You know what I mean? Like, it was created by James Gunn. It almost felt like it was a self-contained story, even though Viola Davis did reprise her role as Amanda Waller. So the fact that it looks like this will be transitioning into the new DCU under James Gunn, I still feel like it sort of stands apart from the DCEU. Now, one of the hallmarks of the DCEU that appeared in season 1 of Peacemaker was in the finale, where like all the DC kind of pantheon, you know, the major characters, were like standing on the beach, and it looked like they were in the configuration of the actors and actress that portrayed them. Like, it looked like Henry Cavill was there as Superman, it looked like Jason Momoa was there as Aquaman, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. You get the idea. So I wonder how this Peacemaker is going to kind of separate itself from the previous DCEU iteration of the Peacemaker team. All right. Now, what am I expecting from Peacemaker Season 2? Hijinks. I'm expecting raunchiness. I probably will review each episode, but we'll see how things go. All right. So without further ado, I guess I've spoken enough. We're going to watch Peacemaker's Season 2. This is the first trailer, and we're doing it in 3, 2, 1, go. Max original.
We're gonna be doing backflips.
Crank Toys. Now, Crank was somebody from the Batman animated universe. Maxwell Lord. Oh god.
The finest marksman in the world.
The helmet is different.
I am also proficient in hand-to-hand combat.
How many more of these do we have today?
Guy Gardner's Green Lantern is there. Oh, Isabel Merced's Hall Girl. Or Hall Woman.
I have a variety of helmets.
This guy sucks.
Excuse me. Am I supposed to be able to hear you guys?
Excuse me?
You were talking about your butt and stuff.
Huh?
And also, you said that I suck.
Oh, he get here?
It is not funny.
From James Gunn.
I don't get it.
The helmet looks a little different.
I thought everyone would finally treat us like heroes.
I don't need anybody else to just gorge mode.
Amanda Waller's daughter.
Living in the worst level of Grand Theft Auto.
I've come to the conclusion you suffer from a particularly severe form of toxic masculinity.
What?
Argus has been monitoring Peacemaker ever since Rick Flag Sr. was named director.
Oh!
Kill this time.
And he was in Creature Commandos.
Yeah.
Frank Grillo.
Peacemaker.
Mexicali, you scan for any anomalies throughout that house.
You say
Pony boy,
Mexicali?
Don't let him out of your sight. Titties, I want you to take the front door.
What?
Casino man, you take the back door. Got it?
Yeah, but not the fucking names, dude. You can't just call us that.
Where do you think we are? Fucking Berkeley?
Tim Meadows. I love Tim Meadows for some reason.
People.
We are the 11th Street Kids. No one will ever break us apart.
What the? Is that Eagle's name Freedom? Vigilante? I don't know who that mystic is.
You ready for the next adventure, pal?
August 21st. Jeez, John Cena, can you put some pants on?
Who the fuck are you?
Alright. So, that was Peacemaker's Season 2 trailer. And it looks like there's a little multiverse hijinks going on at the end of this trailer. Because John Cena's Peacemaker in his briefs, his DVDs, for some reason yet again, walks into that, look like a safe house or whatever, and another Peacemaker put a gun to the back of his cranium. So, will there be multiversal hijinks in this? Will this be something that sort of sets the tone for the partial slate of gods and monsters that James Gunn talked about in 2023? He says there's one story that will basically unify the entire slate. Is Peacemaker going to give us a little glimpse of what that story is? That overall unifying story? And again, the series Lanterns is also going to be like from a, I don't want to say a Law and Order SVU or a Criminal Minds sort of take on it, but Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart are going to actually investigate something. Now, James Gunn hasn't specified what it is that will lead to this overarching story, but from what I've seen, Peacemaker obviously is going to have some breadcrumbs. I don't know why I did that, but some breadcrumbs as to what this major story is going to be, or this single unifying story. Because James Gunn has said that he wants everything to surround this story: animation, video games, live action. So will James Gunn be able to basically make good on what he said? Because, you know, when you're in a corporation or a studio, there's so many different voices. I hear voices. Okay. Shout out Randy Orton. And you never know what the higher ups want. So, yes, you can say, yeah, I want a unifying story, but they might be like, you know what? We kind of trump you in terms of power and in terms of the direction of DC, Warner Brothers, James. So this is what we want. Now, will I begrudge James Gunn for sort of acquiescing to what the studio heads want? Absolutely not, because I'm sure he wants to keep his job. And I'm pretty sure that the outline he's laid out for, you know, Peter Safran and the other higher-ups, David Zaslav, who is the head of Warner Brothers, is something that they're behind. And in other words, there's no way on earth James Gunn would have been able to announce his partial slate without the go-ahead from David Zaslav. No way! Now, unfortunately, I did hear that Sergeant Rock, which is supposed to be starring Colin Farrell, was canceled. So maybe that just didn't fit into things. Maybe Colin Farrell had a scheduling conflict or whatever. But the DCU is coming. Creature Commandos was first. All right. We heard Frank Grillo reprising his role as Rick Flag in the animated series. And we actually see Frank Grillo in this trailer for the Peacemaker Season 2. So yes, things are being tied together. All right, like how I did that. All right. So what did you guys think of the trailer? All right, I know what I thought of it. I enjoyed this trailer. I'm expecting the same thing from Season 1, just with different characters involved. All right, so I'm expecting the series to be about a B or a B minus. All right, that's what I gave. That's the grade I give the first one, because I never really did a video about the first Peacemaker. But what did you guys think? Leave a comment, leave a dissertation if necessary. David Brent, please let them know where those comments or dissertations go, sir. Thank you, Mr. Brent. Wornhamhog's finest, The Office UK. Do your part, I'll do my part. So The Great Expanse by John Bat 426 here on YouTube can and will expand